Hello and good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever it is you may be. Welcome aboard, my friends. So we're back. Some high-level streaming. Today we're having the Kungfu Cup, which starts in exactly 41 minutes from now. And before that, I'll be laddering a bit. I'll be playing the Kungfu Cup. I might cast 1 or 2 games. I don't want to do the entire thing. It always lasts so freaking long. But we're gonna have a look. First price for that's going to be $555. It's a pretty decent price pool. Consisting of Dark, Mana, Oliveira, Lambo, Gumiho, Clem, Firefly, Hero, SOS, Astrea, Classic, Skillis, Bian, Cyan. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Fuel bracket. Why are these websites so freaking slow, huh? Creator, Stats, Spirit, and Mio Micah. That's about it. Alright. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Good to see you, buddy. Good morning, everyone. Oh, what are you in the hospital for? Anything bad? Nose straightening? What happened with your nose? For breathing better. Okay. Well, good luck with that, Chief. I hope it all works out. Good morning. Hello from India. Hello. How's you all doing? Hi from China. Hello, Ludovic. Overijssel. Amazing. All right. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, it was goedemorgen. Well, good afternoon. We're honored to meet me at the Homestrike Cup 20 event. Glad to hear you enjoyed it. Okay, so we have a... like I said, we have a tournament in about 40 minutes from now. 38. Sorry, I'm just talking with Loco at the same time. Just having a good time. All right. Yeah, a little bit of tournament before then we'll warm up a bit with Terran, I think is what I'll do. Just a bit of warming up with Terran. When's the next IOTIS? Probably on Friday is my estimation. Yeah. Friday is my estimation, generally. Oh, there's no one playing right now. Been searching for an entire minute already. Loco in a 27-minute replay. Absolute gangster. God, he loves it. Watching replays. He's a lover, not a hater. Let's see, who am I? The funny thing about the brackets of the cup I'm playing later is that they don't give a crap about seeding. So you'll have like insane matches in the first round and also really bad matches in the first round. So right now one of the matches is Cyan versus Data, which is like, man, these guys are not great. You know, they're good, but they're not like top players. And then you also have hero versus SOS, and you have me versus cure, spirit versus stats. Like significantly higher level. So funny to me. What time is the Kungfu Cup? It's 36 minutes from now exactly. What keyword do you use? I actually have no clue what keyword I currently use. It's some crappy brown switch one. It is called the Dreo Grammar 84 key backlit mechanical keyboard. Drevo. Something like this. Drevo. Yeah. It's my emergency keyword. Harstem, other question is, do you think Maxwell is the best player in the world right now? No, absolutely not. He's not the best player in the world. He's very good. He's not the best. Can you help me? I have GSL replays. I'm trying to watch them. When I open the replay, StarCraft 2 opens, but the replay doesn't. Okay, that's weird. What you can try to do is put them in your replay folder and open them from within StarCraft 2.
Additional supply depots required.
That sometimes helps with those things.
Not enough.
Sometimes the replays are very peculiar for some reason. Yeah, just put them in the correct folder and then it should be fine. What's going? SCV ready. Is he the best Protoss player in the world? According to Aligalak, Hero is the best Protoss player. I prefer Aligalak's judgment over mine most of the time. I think it tends to be more accurate. Not necessarily for big tournaments, like for individual performances, but just a lot of the time it is fairly good at guessing who is the most consistent of an individual race. So this is a build that I saw Beyond do. You should change playing into winning. Where's your confidence? You're a fire lately. No, we'll see. We'll see, my friend. We'll see indeed.
Not enough minerals.
I'm in okay shape.
Not enough. Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
But let's not push it now.
This better be good.
I feel like mainly I feel good in the PvP matchup. But even there, like, you can always lose very easily. Yesterday I lost to like a 5.4k guy or something. 5.7. It's fairly low level. 5.6. That's like...
This better be good. By the number. SCV ready. Sure. Why not? That's Bandit. SCV ready.
It's not necessarily great, is it?
Add-on complete.
This is exactly what I didn't want.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
You're gonna be down one Cyclone as a result of that.
Big job. SCV ready. Systems go. Cycle.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Okay, so we got our first 2 out. Well, we got our first 3 out, really.
Not enough minerals.
Just gonna move out on the map with that crap. I wish I had one more at this point. Oh, what's he doing? It's coming for me, that's for sure. Hey. Ah, he got me. He can't make that up.
Not enough minerals.
Taking some fire here. Systems go. Cyclone ready for action. Optics online. Let's go kill something. Systems go. Cyclone.
Not enough energy.
Comms open. This ought to be good. Adjust. SCV ready.
Did I get that? I did.
Got it. What's go? You got it. Channel's clear. Got a target in mind. SCV ready. Optics online. Let's go kill something.
I lost one there for free. Shouldn't quite have happened. Okay, we have a lot of cyclones out right now. Just going to try my absolute best here when it comes to repairing as well. It's actually somewhat important. We have 8 of those bad boys. Make that 9. About to be 10. From here on out, we're either going to be supply blocked or we're going to see what happens. Oh, daggers. Yeah, that might be an issue actually. That didn't quite go according to plan. Nah.
Not enough minerals.
No, I really want to move this thing back. The moment you lose control of the ramp, I think, you just lose the game, probably. Yeah, I think we've lost at this point. Oh, wasn't paying attention there for a sec. Yeah, I think we've come down. This guy's like 6k MMR though, so I'm surprised how well it went despite my terrible start. I should just, yeah, 6.1. This is what it is. What do you think of the new patch now that's been in play for a while? For a bit? I don't know. So it seems like the Cyclone is a bit good in TVZ.
Not enough.
To me.
Big job, huh?
Like a bit too good. It seems kind of fine in TVP. I'm also surprised how well lower level tosses are dealing with the Cyclone. Well, so the only tosses that really seemed to get hurt by the Cyclone were guys that were cheesing a lot. So a lot of the early game cheeses have just gotten worse from Protoss. I don't think that is necessarily very bad. I think that it's probably okay. Something that I maybe am less enthusiastic about is how much it limits the Zerg early game. Zerg was a race with relatively limited early game build orders in ZVT already. It feels like they got limited even more.
Not enough minerals.
So I think there the Cyclone has had somewhat of a negative effect on that matchup. As in, it allows more openers for Terran, but it seems to, yeah, limit Zerg much more. But from a Protoss perspective, I much prefer playing against the current Cyclone than the old Cyclone. One of the things that I really hated with the old Cyclone was that the moment a Cyclone locked on to your Oracle, is that it would be pretty much dead. Which made Oracle openers just really bad overall, because there were so many, literally everything that Terran would do would be good against the Oracle. Mines are good against Oracles. Cyclones are good against Oracles. Like, really only Hellion and Tank is bad against Oracles, but no one really plays it like that either. Like, you don't go straight into Tank or straight into, you know? Now it feels like the Cyclone, where before it was a hard counter to the Oracle, it now is a soft counter, which makes it much more fun. And it's the same with the Phoenix versus the Cyclone. Like, it's not as much, the Cyclone doesn't just kill a Phoenix once it locks on. So I really enjoy that, but yeah, I feel for my Zerg brothers who are struggling in the early game a little bit. I think it's important that there's all-ins. It feels important. And it feels like with the new Cyclone, that has been moved a bit. When it comes to PvZ, I think that the Baneling is too weak, basically.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
I think removing +2 was a good call. I think removing 5 HP on the Baneling was not a good call. What the heck is this guy up to, huh? What the heck is this guy up to? So he's about to pop out there with a queen. You should always know your timings. It makes it easier to know where you can and where you can't move. So in my mind, what the ideal like a follow-up change would look like is a reversal of the
Add-on complete.
a reversal of the -5 HP for the Baneling. As well as a
Not enough minerals.
something to be done in the
Not
early
enough
game for
minerals.
Zerg to increase aggressive options against Terran, but I can't find a like I've been looking in my head for what that would look like, and I don't have that. I kind of like how the rest of the Cyclone turned out,
Not
though.
enough minerals.
To me, it felt filled, but having played more against it now, I actually feel like this unit is more fun to play against and to play with than the old Cyclone was. Which I think that's important as well, to see what is more fun. At least for me. I'm not sure how that experience translates to the lower level necessarily. But I haven't seen many people be very upset by how the Cyclone plays at the lower level.
Not enough
I could be wrong about that. Oh, really? That's interesting. So actually, it's quite interesting. Okay, it's a serious investment here. Actually, serious investment. So usually you build all your depots on the low ground, right? That's kind of important. But what am I doing? What am I doing actually? What in the world am I doing? It's pretty stupid by me. I should have probably just gotten one Cyclone here anyway, or maybe mines a bit quicker. So the problem here that my opponent is going to be facing right now is that he's going to run out of steam very, very quickly. Like that's just the reality of things here. He's running out of steam. Like I can deal a lot of damage while he's trying to, you know, go in over here. Ooh, he really wants to clear that, huh? So this is insanely good for me. He invested a significant amount of gas here. Like really a significant amount of gas. Okay, second Banshee is gonna pop out still.
Not enough energy.
One of these. Just a weird situation we find ourselves in right now. Just gonna move out with just the Banshees. I'm a little bit afraid to move out with more things, because I don't know if he's gonna go for a similar follow-up. So I actually keep both of these, you know, one a bit forward, one a bit further back. Could also keep the Banshees at home, which probably would have been the safest play.
Additional supply.
I'm also starting to think about what the wisdom is of going for mines while my opponent opened up with roaches. Something to keep in mind, of course. He's gonna have a lower queen count than usual.
Add-on complete.
Yeah, it seems very difficult to give Zerg more aggressive options that are somewhat viable. Because right now, I don't really see them in front of my eyes with the current Cyclone design. I don't understand how that would be achieved. Because the Roach is a fine unit in the in the mid game and defensively is very strong, so straight up buff to the Roach seems silly. Also unwanted. Then maybe it would have to come from the Baneling or from Lynx, but then you probably need to mess with the Hellion as a unit, because those are the counters to that. And I think the Hellion is one of the units you really don't want to be messing with, because that unit has such a good role in multiple matchups. I think it would be silly to mess with that. Could be wrong, of course. Also, not everyone agrees with me on these issues, of course. yeah, that's my my take in a nutshell. Someone asked earlier, so that is it. That's my take. That is my take. Gonna have to live with that. Overall, I think Protoss in a really good spot right now, balance-wise. As in, we're more favored in, well, significantly more favored in the PvZ matchup. I think that is hard to say that isn't the case. Like you'd have to be kind of deranged to not agree with that. I think at least. And TVP, I feel like the Raven changes have enabled quite some different plays, but a lot of the early game... Oh, this is interesting. A lot of the early game things with the Cyclone make it that there's always going to be a longer learning curve for the defender than for the attacker, right? So you give people a new timing attack. The person defending that new timing attack should realistically drop a little bit. Most of the time, that's what ends up happening, at least in my experience. So I think we're seeing a decent win rate for Terran when it comes to those types of pushes. I hope that lowers a bit, because I don't think it's very interesting to see 50 shades of Cyclone pushes for the end of time. But I don't know, the entire way that the TVP matchup plays out right now, I look much more favorable at it than before. There's still some similar issues as well that haven't been solved at all. Yeah, just my opinion.
Mineral field depleted.
Why is my armory so freaking late, by the way? What's up with that, huh?
Not enough.
Freaking maxed out already by the time I start my 2-2 upgrades.
Your forces are under attack.
Let's see if we can do some damage. I'm surprised how well my opponent's been doing. I'm significantly higher MMR, so it should have been easier. Especially given the start. I guess he doesn't have any creep, so the game does feel fairly over. Sometimes, even if the game feels over though, it can feel kind of hard to finish it. You know what I mean? Oh, that's not the case at all though here. Never mind. Okay, maybe I just should have aimed a bit faster. Come on, buddy. Walk into my tank fire, my friend.
Command center upgrade.
Yes, poor upgrades. Doesn't even have a single carapace upgrade. Huh?
Research
It's kind of interesting.
Ready for dust off. It's heating up out here.
Huh. Almost look good.
Ready for dust off.
Oh, he's building Banes. Don't think that's going to work out cheap. Just control click away from this. That's a fat W if you ask me. GG Pete. Next time. Why not snipe the Overlord at the natural? Because I'm an idiot. I should have definitely cleared that. Just too lazy, honestly. It also isn't scouting a whole lot interesting, but having vision is obviously better for my opponent than not having vision, so sending 5 Marines there would always be worth it. 100% of the time, yeah. When does the cup start? Cup starts in 17 minutes exactly from now. And most likely I'll be playing against Cure as my first opponent. No, never mind. That has changed already. I'll be playing versus VVVVV. But it always keeps changing. It changes around until the last second. And then it gets decided. Ladder is that? I don't know. There's no one playing. Well, there's quite some people playing. So far I had a 6k and a 4.6, so 550 MMR mismatch. Yeah, it's pretty significant. VVVVV, the platformer? I don't know. It's just his name is VVVVV123. I don't know who this fella is. Never heard of him. He's probably not very good. And before he beats me 2-0. Is there a guides channel? I want to learn a PvT build guide that works against the Cyclone. Well, every build works against the Cyclone. Like, there's so many different variations of Cyclone all-ins or Cyclone attacks.
Not enough
You kind of gotta see it like you can't create a guide against Oracle builds because there's too many different types of Oracle builds, you know? The way you respond to single Oracle from one base is different than you respond to like 3 Oracles from 2 base into a fast third. And you can never say I want a guide against X unit because X unit has different functions in different builds. Like every build technically is capable of beating the Cyclone, and it is capable of beating the Cyclone. So if you have a robotics facility, for example, you can get Immortals out. Immortals are very, very good against Cyclones. Just really freaking powerful against Cyclones. Okay? They own them. If you have a Stargate and you open up with an Oracle, for example, you see that Mass Cyclone is being produced or Reactor Cyclones are being produced. I would recommend getting a Void Ray. Because Void Rays really poop on Cyclones. Much harder than even I realized until like a day ago or so. I was playing a game and some guy was playing like a double factory build order against me. And I was like, man, that actually is pretty crazy. And it felt pretty crazy, you know? Look at this. This is the escape. Sweet escape. Whoa. Yee-hoo. If I could escape, we'd create a place in my own world. And you could be my favorite girl. And be better. And tell me what it would be sweet. Sweet escape. So yeah, Void Rays, I think. And whenever you're playing Blink, just getting Stalkers is a very good counter as well. Stalkers kind of own them. The thing you always need to keep in mind is that the moment your opponent is reactoring out Cyclones, by far the most important thing oh, that's interesting. I think he's gonna get me, isn't he? If he moves this better, he could. Okay, he messed it up. What was I gonna say? Something insightful. Right, the moment your opponent has a reactor on Cyclone, you probably want to get a battery. You probably want to get a battery, because a battery is always good, no matter your opener. That's kind of what you want to be looking at here. I don't actually know what he's playing. Gonna have to try and get some info on that. Some insights. Whoa, wait, oh, he has a wall here, I guess. Straight Twilight. I don't think he was researching just until now. Wonder if I can actually clear some stuff. I can be so happy and relaxed while playing dirty. How is this playing dirty? This is just playing proper StarCraft 2, my friend. Look, you can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen. Isn't that what they say? I hope my opponent can't stand the heat, honestly, because I really want him to leave this kitchen pretty quickly. Yeah, going into a robo reactively is usually bad. As in order to hold a cheese, or in order to hold an all-in. And the reason for that is very simple, is that it's just much more useful to use what structures you already have. So we got the descent on that. Just gonna move back a little bit, honestly. There's no reason for us to be so overly aggressive. Kind of late with a lot of things. We have 8 Cyclones right now, which does feel good. There's one more. Basically for free. But I want him to really pop out here. So I'm just taking out his production. I'm producing 4 Cyclones at a time, which means if I can significantly lower his Stalker output, obviously it's going to be a good thing for me, you know? So we killed 1 gate already. So now we should be outproducing him a little bit. You can build a Stalker every 23 seconds. Every 23 seconds you can build a Stalker, okay? Just keep that in mind. I build a Cyclone every 32, but I'm building 2 more than my opponent is most likely. Okay, now we're gonna... I want to set up that thing. It's important for me that that happens ASAP. Ah, that's bad control by me.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Oopsies. So I want to wait for those next 3, then we're gonna go in. And I think that will be the final push in here. He has a 3rd base. There we go. I still have 1 dude attacking this. Oh, he blinked in. That was always a mistake. Oh, that's a really nice warp in though. But he has pure zealots, which makes the warp in significantly less nice.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Oh, I lost it because I'm micro like a clown. See if I can clear this thing. Oh, he actually got charge out. I think he just wins. He went up to 8 gates as well. He probably should have just built a freaking, what you call it? Ah, well done. That was a good ult. He deserved it. Yeah, that was a good ult. I kind of messed up the build as well, which wasn't entirely brilliant. But yeah, was a nice little ult. You feel forced to get a Robo every game against Tina? Yeah, don't feel forced into that. I don't think it's... Well, most builds naturally are going to have a robotics facility. Whether you're playing Blink or Stargate doesn't matter. You're gonna have a Robo most of the time. Like, you naturally kind of get it. Hey, if you're playing Blink, you always get it. If you're playing Phoenix Colossus or Oracle into Robo, you play it. The only time you really don't with the build orders that we currently play. Like, the T-Drop also has one. Like, the only one that doesn't is pure Stargate. So, like, Oracle into Phoenix. And... or just Phoenix first straight away. So in that case, I'd say just after you scout what's going on, rather than transitioning into a Robo, you just get a Void Ray out. Always use the production structures that you have in order to counter your opponent's build. It might be less comfortable for people, because the Immortal is very user-friendly. You A-move it and it does the job. With other units you might need to micro first. But you shouldn't forget that the new Cyclone from the Terran side of things is very micro heavy as well. It is difficult to use for lower level players. Like, it is not easy. It has low HP, it dies quickly. If you have a battery, and especially if you have a super battery, you're gonna be fine most of the time. Phoenix into charge? Yeah, if you play like Phoenix into charge, if you play that with an Oracle, you don't really need detection for a very long time. You can have like a Robo after your 8 gates. Like, eventually you'll get a Robo, but... yeah. Maybe playing the KFC? Yes, sir. In 7 minutes from now. I could cheese someone real fast. I completely changed my mind about the new Cyclone. What did you initially think and what do you think now? I think a lot of people's minds have been changed. Because I think a lot of people hadn't played any games against or with the Cyclone. And the moment you start playing with it, it doesn't feel so bad. Did you see Wardy's Twitch stream title? Best players in the world and Harstem Bello in the Kungfu Cup, where I did see it. If you had a map with a floating Xel'Naga tower, only air units could occupy, which race would benefit the most? It would be Zerg, with Overlords, obviously. Out of all your smiles and analogies that you can remember, what's the one that you think of the fondest? I think there was an IOTAS at some point where I said something along the lines of, if this build order or this timing hits so late that if this was a period, you would now be a father or something like that. It was a little bit more well phrased. I thought that was quite a nice one. I was happy with that. I recall that. But I can't entirely remember the exact execution. I remember that as I did it, I was like, oh, that's a... you know, I said it in a succinct manner as well. I was quite glad with my performance there. Thank you, Catbird Sis, for the 65 Swedish kroner. Appreciate that. I realize Wardy is implying that I'm not the best in the world. Matthijs Visser. I caught on. Mentally deficient turtles? I don't remember that. Sometimes I also... Sometimes I can't remember if I already used one or not. You know? Because there's always a couple kind of floating around. You know, some ones that are ready to be thrown in. You don't want to start copying yourself. Oh, I'm playing against a Muslim. That could be fun and interesting. Thank you, Jaco Trader, for the kind words from Brazil.
What's going on?
I think my position is already bad because I open up with a crap build. Also, I only have 4 minutes to win this game, so I think it's going to be rough. We'll play a 2-base all-in, because that's really the only thing you can do in 4 minutes. This is my bad, I shouldn't have done that.
Not enough minerals.
Got something for me.
I wish I would have microed that a bit better. I don't think he expects me to stay here. Because it's kind of crazy to stay here. It's a wild play, you know? Yeah, no.
Not enough.
Okay, we're gonna actually move away as well. Okay. If I could escape, then with my own world, oh yours. You could be my favorite girl forever. We could make it better. And tell me, boy, that would be sweet. Oh, he's playing like a... I actually have no clue what he's playing. Oh, he doesn't even have a thing yet here. It does seem somewhat interesting. Second Cyclone on the way. We have a Viking as well coming in. I think he's gonna try and come into my main base here. So we're gonna keep this in my second control group, this bunker. We'll land the Viking, I guess. Vikings land that have quite a bit of DPS. They have a lot of DPS here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
second star part.
Not enough.
This went relatively well for an early game, I think. Wonder if I can just move across the map and do something here. And I have very little time left, honestly, so let's try it.
Add-on complete.
I have 1 minute left right now to win this game. Let's hope my opponent is not quite aware of that. If he is, we might be in some serious trouble.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, we're just gonna send this into the main base. I think we lost this game. I forgot to bring in my SCVs. Yeah, you can have it. Yeah, I had to leave. And we're still up 8 workers after this, but I can't play. I need to go. Thank you, Catbirds, by the way, and also thank you, Philip, for the $5. Appreciate it. All right. Ah, we actually would have gotten quite a bit of MMR had we played it out. It is what it is. Okay, let's have a look. Who do I play? If I have my first opponent round 3 now, though. No, okay. I'm playing against some Chinese dude. I don't know who this is. I am in a bracket with Solar as my second opponent into most likely Cure or Creator. If I manage to beat my first opponent, that is, of course. If I beat Solar into Creator, I'm in the semifinals. And then I play against Cyril. If everything goes as expected. It's possible Oliveira beats Cyril. Lambo sometimes has a good run versus Cyril as well. I have to wait and see. Other side is dark. Okay, my estimation is that I can take out my first opponent. I'm favored against him. The freaking Kungfu Cup is a high tier tournament. I'm being called by a 030 number. Hello? Hello? All right, you're from Amazon? I don't think I bought a gift card from my Amazon account now.
Okay, then I believe that this is a big order, sir. Because of the address which we have found here is 24A Burden Road. And the address which you are physically staying is in Netherlands, right? In Netherlands.
I do live in the Netherlands, yeah. But if someone from London really needs an Amazon gift card, they can have it. I'm okay with it.
Alright, then, so not an issue because this call has been recorded, sir.
Idiots. Yeah, I love to see it. Can't believe someone bought an Amazon gift card with my... Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I haven't been called in a very long time. They used to call me from Microsoft quite a bit, telling me to send my PC to them. That's legit. Like, sir, your PC has a virus. Can you please send your computer to us? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna send my computer to you, you idiot. There's this guy on Twitch. Forget his name now. I'm pretty sure he also posts on YouTube. Kid Boga, I think he might be called. Yeah. Kid Boga. It's a dude with sunglasses. And he guess what he does, he just kind of baits the scammers and just keeps them on the line for as long as possible. So like hours upon hours. And he's like a voice changer pretending to be like an old lady or something like that. It's freaking good. I love watching this guy because he knows the entire rundown of each little script, and then you know they're gonna enter his PC and they pretend like he already sent them 20k or something, or that they sent him 20k. Like it's really good. Freaking love that guy. Kid Boga, yeah. I think he's just called Kid Boga. Yeah, on YouTube as well. Here, I can link it to you. He's
a few
really
weeks ago,
freaking
I
good.
saw Neil's password game in a
Here. Alright, I think I need to actually move to the... I think the default server for this tournament might be Asia, actually. Let's have a look. They should always just have the default server for international tournaments be NA to meet up with. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Jim Browning? I'm not familiar with Jim Browning. Okay, KFC 2023. Hello. I'm looking for my opponent. Check Jim Browning. Okay, I'll have a look at him. Is he the guy that worked together with Mark Rober? Because I remember watching that video and I remember the Jim Browning name. When they did they shut down the what do you call it? Like the scamming building. Thought it was quite good. Okay, we're moving to US. Are you gonna upload your ESL run? No, I didn't record it. I was too lazy to record it. I thought to myself, what's the chance that I'm gonna beat good people this week? And I looked deep into my heart and I said, very little. Oh, I'm a Grandmaster. When I'm Grandmaster, I will take myself to call me Bonjour. The glitter bomb cockroach thing was wild. I don't like when they use animals for that. Didn't they also do mice or something? And I don't like that. Even if it's just insects, it feels a little bit weird. I'm not a fan of that. Why does Wardy always bully you? That's what I do. Hi. Okay. Because Wardy is a prick, that's why. It's unprovoked always as well, which makes it even worse. I'm gonna be playing with lower settings, by the way. You're a bit nervous. I need toilet. That's allowed. You start the veto process once you come back. Something that's always good to do, even if it's lower level players, is just going through their match history a bit. Just figuring out what they like to play. Okay, so this guy, PVT. So he's a Terran player. What do you do, buddy? You say I play double gas, Reaper into factory reactor, CC, then 2 more Reapers. You see, this is all free information for us. We don't have to pay for this. Just gonna sit here and have a good. Okay, there's a TVT. Sometimes even in the matchup that you don't care about could be useful to look at. You can always get some information. See, they played 2 gas twice already. A Reaper into reactor, then into Cyclone, and then 2 more barracks at the same time. That means he has poor macro, because this shouldn't be possible. That is interesting though, isn't it? What did he play here? Okay, that's the game I just watched. He lost that one. And this. TVT. We don't care about TVTs. This is a loss as well. Against Nick Fury. Getting the inside scoop. Well, it's important. No matter the level of your opponent, preparation never made a person worse. Huh? Good lord. This guy doesn't play a whole lot of TVP, does he now? There we go. Yeah, so what I'm expecting here is a double gas opener, either into Cyclone or multi-Reaper. He always just... Okay, here the barracks, actually, they were properly done. He cuts quite some workers, though. Stop trying so hard. I'm sorry. I like to win. It's too many times that I've had close games against players way below my skill level. Because I was too arrogant. Any map, please. Okay. 1 Alkiana, 2 Equilibrium, 3 Oceanborn. Something that sometimes happens is that if someone else tells you you can pick any map, is that the moment you start winning a game, they change their opinion on that. So you need to immediately establish the map pool from that point on out, you know? You can't just pick the first, because then if they lose, they might say, okay, second map I want this. Like, no. Either we do a proper vetoing process, or I'm picking all maps. There's no in between. It's happened too many times in the past. There's a lot of people that don't care about maps as long as they're winning. Or they believe they're going to be winning. I always got to shut that stuff down ASAP. God, I freaking hate playing on West though. This is it's insane. Yeah, he's a Terran player. Come on, buddy. Come on, Ellie. Oh, I share what I mean. At this moment, you mean everything. With you in that dress, all my thoughts I confess. Virtual dirty. Another thing you can always do, of course, pretty consistently, is just have a look around for any potential proxy raxes. Could be considered important even. Could be considered important. So he ain't here. It's possible that he puts it over here, then mines these minerals, but very unlikely, because it requires a lot of effort. Which is something that Terrans don't like to put in. Gonna make sure I'm not being eBay blocked, so I send the scout in just a little bit quicker. Okay, full wall. Now, this could scare us, but it doesn't. What we want to do right now is we want to confirm one very simple thing. That is basically this. We want to confirm that the first unit is a Reaper and not anything else. If it's not a Reaper, then, well, we could be in trouble. I'll stay here till like 52 or so. Okay, seems to me like this is going to be a Reaper. Just scouting around for any potential proxies. It's free to do, doesn't cost us anything, and thus we do it. It only costs us APM, but we got plenty of that for now. Early game is always a little bit boring. Because it's a full wall, I probably want to build a fast battery on the low ground, in case there is a proxy marauder going on. Did not get the info. I believe that if he's playing something weird though, we're gonna find it with this probe.
The firstborn shall persevere.
So Reaper's gonna make it across the map. Oh, that's actually quite bad by him. He didn't even get the scout on there, did he? Because we cleared that, we can actually move our first adept across the map, which is not very common. but whenever you get handed something in StarCraft 2, always use it. You definitely got handed something here. Okay, just gonna check this area. Pretty much scouted the entire map that is within my vision range. If he plays this game as how he usually has been playing, I am... let's first check, make sure that there's no factory in my main. Yeah, I'm not expecting a CC here, is what I wanted to say. Okay, looks like Cyclones to me. So we'll cancel that. Should have been a Stalker anyway, perhaps. Now that I think about it, huh? I didn't quite see what that was. I think I'll get info now on that. Yeah, there we go. So indeed, we do get some info on that. Now, I've noticed that following this up with a Phoenix might sound smart, but I actually think it's better to do it like this. Get a Void Ray out here. Wish I had a second one of these though already. Don't I? I'm microing like an absolute idiot here. He's going to show up pretty soon with his next set of units. Come on. Okay, he does have one of these. There come the extras. Very well done.
The enemy has discovered us.
It's hard for me to micro the Oracle, but we got 8 kills on it anyway. So, because I saw continued production on those Cyclones, I'm going to get a another Void Ray out, because he's going to go up to, what, 5 Cyclones? If I'm not mistaken. He paid the price for that already, though. Did pay the price for that already. The question I have now is, how do I actually want to follow this up? I'm not entirely sure on that. Oh, he's somewhat in position. If you have 2 Cyclones that lock on, you can usually get a kill on this if you respond fast. But he didn't really respond fast. What do we want? Charge, maybe? Let's just get charge. Charge feels somewhat correct here. Come on, Ellie. Oh, at this moment, you mean everything. With you in the dress, all my thoughts I confess. So he played exactly like he did in his match history. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it lovely? Isn't it wonderful? This guy has no freaking workers. He's gonna die once charge finishes. Bam, 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 bam. We'll get attack up right here, maybe? Okay, he's actually pushing him pretty hard. Should be no issue. Because we have double Guardian Shields going ham. I don't even think I'm really losing units. Charge finish up as well. GG. Get a W. He tried to leave with the surrender hotkey, but accidentally typed it to me. Very nice. In this, it's not a bad build, but I think it delays your CC by like, actually not by that much, maybe 10 seconds. He started his reactor very late, or is that standard? No, that's standard. Cyclone, Tech Lab. I think single Void is honestly, it should be enough. And then I can just go back into Phoenixes. I think that would have actually been, well, it wouldn't have been better because it dealt so much damage, but I think in a regular situation that might be better. Just gonna start on Western because I'm playing against a Chinese player. Every game is played on West. Yeah. Have you played against someone who did a Widowmine drop after a double Cyclone? No. the reason for that is most likely because if you open just 2 cyclones, I don't think you can really put on a significant amount of pressure. Maybe I'm wrong though. I feel like an oracle across the map might be very annoying as well. You have little marines when you play Cyclone as a start. So here I'm expecting a very similar setup from my opponent.
You have not enough minerals.
Isn't she lovely?
You have not enough minerals.
Whatever. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba, 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 ba. Hello. Good one. There we go.
You have not enough minerals.
Probably just want to send this across the map anyway. Just go for early scouts. No reason to play unsafe. It's very funny is that whenever I play unsafe against Korean Terrans, I almost always get punished as well. Freaking Cure, Gumiho, all they do is cheese me the entire time. I would say it's because they're afraid of my macro, but when we play a macro game they also win, so it might just not be entirely accurate when it comes to that. A little bit late with the scout downstairs here, so if he opened up with an eBay block, it's not the end of the world, but it's something that I definitely need to keep in mind. It's like, hey, that would maybe suck a little bit. Did manage to get 5 more minerals though, so that is something as well. So, once again, very similar setup. This is a barracks first at home. This is something that's interesting to note as well. That this could also be played with a gas first. Then this barracks would be delayed till 132, 133 is when it finishes. So, you always kind of got to keep these types of timings in mind. Okay, this time he opens up with a marine. Now this immediately makes all the alarm bells go ram pa pa pum, ram pa pa pum. Da 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 da, ram pa pa pum. So I still want to play Stargate here, and I kind of want to use a second probe for scouting around because it's really odd to see this particular behavior. I'm very late with my gas mining, by the way. It's incorrect. I messed something up here. The early stages. Because I don't have enough money to really get a comfortable Stargate up here. It's also ill-positioned, but that's fine. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing. There's some dead space here, but I don't think that will be very important. Maybe check this area. I forgot my warp gate behind this as well. Not great, not a great start. So what am I afraid of right now? I'm actually not entirely sure what I would be afraid of. Maybe get a second pylon behind us. I always like having backup pylons. I think it's good to have. There comes this guy. Okay, that's a cyclone. I feel like it might be worthwhile to just get another battery up, huh? Because there was nothing there in the natural. Get a gateway up here. Well, that was very bad. Probably should have done those individually, by the way, so that was my bad. Want to get some vision on the side so he can't unload easily with anything really. He has one of these, so I'm just gonna send these out individually. See if I can get some damage in. I think it might be double. Double factory, maybe?
The threads of fate lie there.
Nice. Oh, okay, he just kept one at home. Okay, well. So here comes the sun. Ah, messed that up. Almost had him there as well. So here the fact that I forgot my warp gate actually is kind of coming into play. You can't target down a Void Ray. It's simply not viable as a plan. Like it's too easy to micro it away. Yeah, you're always just going to end up losing that, I think. I am very low though on energy right now, which is a potential large issue. I don't even think he has an expansion here, which I probably should have checked a bit faster. Just gonna build a stasis here. That's the most useful this thing is going to be for me right now. Gonna pull some workers off the line. The thing is though, is that these Void Rays are so freaking good, huh? Oh, I actually did get one down. Oh, that would really suck if I lose this. That could be bad. That is bad. That is most definitely bad. I messed some stuff up here. Yeah, I was a little bit late with all of them. Gonna be real. Very late with my extra batteries. Just responded improperly here, really. Now, the beauty of him having really nothing is that he'll need to activate this, or he needs to scan. If he scans, he has less money. If he doesn't scan, he needs to walk into it with one dude. He's just gonna lose a Cyclone, right? Oh, that's bad. Ram pa pa pum, ram pa pa pum. Could get 2 sentries right now. Don't feel like breaking down. Oh no. Oh, yeah, it's a free win. Right? Right, guys? Ram pa pa pum, ram pa pa pum. So, a nice little build. I did this incorrectly and still managed it. Void Ray, like I said, you don't need a robotics facility against this type of play. If you just get Void Rays out, you should be fine. Did you get your player portrait for free, or did you need to pay for it? I think I had to pay for it. I can't. I think I had some codes, but I can't recall if I think I have it on 2 accounts, so I feel like I paid for it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Oyo? The IQ toss. That's indeed what they call me. All right, we now need to wait a little bit until Solar is done. Let's have a look at what Solar's been up to in this matchup, though. Ba-ra-pa-pam. He beat Nightmare 2-0 and lost to Hero 0-2 last week's Kungfu Cup. Did I watch that? The Solar versus Hero series. I feel like I might have. Good morning from Milwaukee. What's up, Kevin Hart? Good morning from the Netherlands. Well, it's afternoon at this point already. Appreciate the cash, though. Much appreciated. Thank you, Kaloy and Angelov. Okay, wait. I wanna... Because there's going to be a lot of time here. A lot of downtime. Because I can show you guys why that is, right? So the way that this bracket is set up is that there's little indents in the bracket. Here you go. Ram pa pa pum. So this is the bracket that we currently have. I already filled in my 2-0 here. Yeshe is playing against Stardash, and the winner of that has to play Solar. So I need to wait possibly 3 to 4 games still to come, and these guys maybe go at it for a long time. Jishi might play a long game against Solar as well. Now we could be laddering a bit, but what would a competitor do? That's the real question. And a competitor, in my mind, would probably check if there's any VODs of what Solar has been up to. Let me just go to that channel. This is some high level. Okay, this is some high level thinking. Look at this. So we go into Solar's A League Luck history. He played against Nightmare, which happened on the 15th. Today is what? It's the 18th. So that's 3 days ago. Is that correct? That is correct. 3 days ago. So then we go to their channel. We find the stream of 3 days ago. Very cool. Solar versus Nightmare. And that must have been in the next clan war then, so we can skip forward a bit. Beyond Bunny, wait, this is incorrect, isn't it? Because Solar's in neither of these teams. Oh, that was 4 days ago, it said. I can't read. Did I click the wrong one? I thought I clicked this. Yeah, whatever. We'll click this one now. Bam, pa, pa, pa. Okay, look at that. Isn't that lovely? And just like that, we got a little bit of info on Solar as well. So one by one, we're taking out these players. They're doing more research than they do. A prepared mind counts for 2, is what they always say. I'm so well prepared that it counts for 4. Isn't that beautiful? Ram, pa, pam, pam. We're waiting for Harstem's turn? Yeah, we're definitely waiting for my turn. No die enemy. That's right. Okay. Nightmare didn't block, or maybe he did. Wait, I actually kind of want to see that. Okay, we can maybe figure out some timings that Solar went for. Ram, pa, pa, pam. Ah, Solar just played 16 hatch regular. Oh, I'm being called again by the scammers. But they instantly hung up. Why am I being called by them now all of a sudden? That's kind of weird now. It's pretty annoying. I wish they wouldn't call me. Yes, I can see what you're right. I freaking hate the emoji with the glasses. Looks stupid. Can't believe they had to play on Equilibrium though. Out of all the maps you could play on. They're stream sniping you? Unlikely. Can you pin the bracket? Yeah. We can even do that from my phone. Very cool. Da, da. Yeah, most of the spam messages do get blocked for me as well, but these guys managed to get through somehow. I don't know how. Oh god. So Twilight, Adept Stalker. It's actually interesting because I might play something like this. 2, 3. He's playing 3 gate, but fairly late. So there's going to be a robo with this. Otherwise his build is garbage. But this robo is already very late. Maybe it's double Stargate as a follow-up. Then Solar comes in from the side because he wants to get info. Then throws down Roadworm. But this is This is a really bad build that Nightmare's playing here, honestly. This is legitimately really crap. Yeah, they're god-awful. I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna have a lot of workers, but he's not gonna have any real aggression on the map. He's hitting like the opposite of a truck. He's hitting like a toy car over here. Yeah, it's double Stargate as a follow-up. I really hate this type of builder. I think it's bad. That's what I'm doing right now, Cosmin. I'm about to play Solar, so that's why I'm watching some of his games. So I can see if there's anything interesting there. I mean, the problem is that in order to have useful games, is that the Protoss player also needs to do something that makes any type of sense. Which so far hasn't been the case yet. This is legitimately such a terrible build order by Nightmare that I'm not quite sure why we're even watching this. Now, if I have Solar, like kind of like if I think about him, I'm believing that he wants to play Spire himself most of the time. He really is a Stargate player or a Spire player. Sorry, he loves Mutalisk. That's something we're gonna need to keep in mind when we play against him. Banelings have gotten worse. Okay, he's playing Roach straight into Infestation Pit. Maybe going for like Roach Hydra Lurker. The problem with Glaive Adepts is that a lot of the Roach builds just kind of destroy it. It's not so good. It's a big investment. You don't have oracles to keep anything safe. I don't even think necessarily the problem is with the Glaives. I think that oracles are just so good that it almost always feels worse to not play oracles than it is to play oracles. Still interesting that Solar's playing ranged upgrades. Can you just cheese Solar? Well, the thing against most Zergs is that it's very hard to cheese them properly. Because they're good at the game. Which tends to be an issue. It's like if they scout well, you can do timing attacks. I always try to do timing attacks. I'm not super afraid of the late game though, personally. I hate Nightmare's position so much though. He's pure gateway against Roach Hydra. That's already moving into Hive. So at the moment, just 4 lurkers pop out here, in my mind Nightmare's just dead. Because you're investing so much into something that doesn't really help you. And it's not like his eco is crazy. So sometimes you see this type of situation, but Protoss is on 5 bases, 3 gas, 12 gateways. It's different. It's hard to move across the map for Solar, and Solar needs to trade efficiently. Here, Solar just needs to fight at any point and he'll win. Because Roach Hydra beats pure gateway. That's a fact. Now he's transitioning into Fleet Beacon. I think I already know what builds I'm gonna be playing. I won't share them, obviously, because I don't trust you guys. What if one of you is a friend of Solar's? It's like, hey, Harstem's gonna play this, but I have a pretty decent idea of what I want to play. Yeah. The game seems so dark. It might have something to do with the VOD that I'm watching as well. Is that their settings are a bit off or something? I always feel like that it looks a bit weird, the Chinese VODs that I watch. See, this is exactly what I said, no? Is if you're playing pure gateway army against just a single lurker, you just lose the game. You can't trade against lurkers unless you have complete map control with stasis wards. Nightmare was dead 5 minutes ago when his adept did nothing. I think he still could have played either into Storm or into Disruptors or into Colossus. The moment you don't have any splash and you're playing against Zerg, you always lose. If you don't have splash, you can't win. It's not possible in maxed out situations. Or you need to base trade. Or like delay so much. Will you commentate the series? As I'm playing it, I'll talk about it, yeah. If that's what you call commentary, then yes, there will be some commentary. Did Nightmare miss the pro block? It's kind of sad for him. Wait, I missed what Solar played, though. Oh, Solar played 14 hatch here. See, that's kind of good information. .14 hatch post Overlord though. Is 14 hatch bad? 14 hatch is bad against certain things and good against others. So it's good against people that try to block you but don't send it in time, and it's bad against people that play no scout, for example. Because then you're cutting eco for no reason, which is not what you want as a Zerg at all. He's playing core first, which is... I don't understand that. Are you playing in the Kungfu Cup? Yeah. So Solar is my next opponent, but we have a little bit of time, so I can watch some of his VODs in between. I really hate that Kungfu Cup abbreviates to KFC. KFC. Guess it's an initialism. FBI, CIA, KFC. Not a fan. So this is a much more standard game. It's finger licking good. Actually end my life. It's worse in America, so it makes us think of bad fried chicken as salmonella poisoning. Kentucky Fried Chicken is legitimately some of the worst fried chicken that exists. I remember the first time I ever had it was when I was, I think, 20 or 21, and we were in Poland. And I remember eating it and thinking to myself, I can't believe that people at any point in their life have hyped this up with how bad the quality was. Because I'd already eaten Korean fried chicken at that point. And Korean fried chicken is actually delicious. Like, it is so freaking good. Like, double fried in delicious sauces. Like, if you compared it to, it almost feels like KFC isn't even trying. Like, they can't seriously be trying to make a good product. Otherwise, it wouldn't taste as crappy as theirs. And then people always told me, like, no, it must just be the Polish ones. And I tried many KFCs. And it always sucked massively. Just like, I mean... Their chicken is just bad. Just like 99% of fast food, it sucks. Yeah, but KFC sucked particularly hard. I was surprised by it. They had nothing going on for them. Like, they had just nothing. It's a terrible, terrible place. It's awful all around. Okay. Let's have a look what he's actually doing here. That's interesting. So he went Roach Warren. High gas count. Now... As I mentioned about Solar, Solar's the type of guy that just loves going into Spires. He just loves Spires play so much. He's really good with Muralisk, but he didn't take his 6th gas yet, so it could be wrong. Okay, now he takes the 6th gas, starts his range upgrade. I think the problem with Spire play is that usually you want melee and Banes with it. I think this type of build here that Nightmare is playing is also really bad. So this is this is kind of an like a really middle of the road type of build that doesn't really achieve any, like, it's not quite an all-in, and it's also not quite a rush into Colossus. It just has nothing going on, you know? It's not a Blink Stalker all-in. It has a little bit of everything. This is one of those builds that when you stand in the shower, you're like theory crafting. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go for 4-gate Blink with +1. Then I push out with 4 sentries, 8 stalkers, and behind that I get a Robo Bay. It's like, in your head it all works out and it fits perfectly and there's synergy in it. But in reality what happens is that the Zerg takes no damage. Maybe you use some of your force field and your Colossus follow-up is so late that you might as well not build them anymore. This is really common with bad Protoss build orders. This is a bad Protoss build order. Like, he's hitting at 650 with 9 units. Hey, what is he expecting is gonna happen here, you know? Did he really think he was gonna kill Solar with this? No, he didn't. So what is his goal? Clearing some creep. That's all he can achieve here is clear creep. And he gives up, what, 1.5 minutes of Colossus building time on the Robo-Up for this terrible push? Yeah, it's garbage. Absolute garbage. It's very easy to identify crap build orders like that. And I think it very often happens with Protoss players because there's so many individual tools you can play with that they just get so excited by all the little tools that they can incorporate that they forget to think about whether the build is actually good or actually worth it. Be decisive in your build orders. Like, don't do a little bit of everything. Do one thing very well. That tends to be better. Yeah, why is he building Phoenixes right now? I guess he has no clue what's going on. Might be afraid of Mura. He's so dead. He's actually he's been destroyed. By the time he has Thermal Lance, the first Viper is out already. And the moment Vipers are out, Colossus fall off massively. Like, Colossus are good in the pre-Viper era. So you want to have the largest window possible in the pre-Viper era. And the best way to do that is not to delay Vipers, but it's to make sure that Colossus pop out quicker. And Nightmare has done a abysmal job at that. So this is I rate this build order 1.5 out of 5 stars, I think. This build order from Nightmare is what to StarCraft 2 is what Ferris Bueller's Day Off is to cinema. There might be some people that think it was good, but those people were wrong. Was he called Ferris Bueller or Ferris Mueller or whatever? I can't believe that movie had higher than a 5 on IMDb. Holy crap. Cringe-inducing. Isn't Nightmare like a Code S player? Yeah, you can have terrible build orders all the time. A lot of the time when I play my games, my builds are terrible too. That's just what happens. Something goes wrong and you have to make a reaction that you don't expect and your build falls apart. Or like you theorize something and it doesn't work and you look like an idiot. Even if it might have worked in practice a couple of times, it's possible that it falls apart under scrutiny of playing against good players like Solar. Nightmare's position is actually playable at this moment, by the way. Maybe I've been too harsh. Very playable position. Solar does have a lot of creep, and the Colossus achieved nothing. This is a scary push. Because there's quite a few lurkers, but it's also scary for Solar. Because if Solar loses his lurkers and doesn't achieve much, he could just lose. He needs to build Spire. Okay, he has a Spire already behind this. Okay. And loses the lurkers. 17 Corruptors on the way now. This is a really nice fight for Nightmare, honestly. If you could have gotten a Warp in here and you sniped the freaking Spire, boy are you cooking. 5th base on the way. couple of these corruptors getting freaking corruptors, man, so powerful. They look so bad sometimes, and sometimes they look so freaking good. Well done. Solar seems to understand how to play. Has given up on the Baneling though. Got some good info here. Seems to have adversity to the Baneling as a unit. Oh, he's here as well. Where's Solar? Go NA. He messaged me on Skype that is ready. Hey. He starts Vito. I think I want to veto Equilibrium. Equilibrium. Solaris. Yeah, I know exactly what I wanna veto. You should veto El Coyone. El Cioni. Very nice map. Oh. I'm surprised he vetoed Hecate. I don't think it's that good for a toss. I think it's okay. Don't think it's that special. El Coyone. 2 will play Oceanborn, and 3 is Side Delta. I guess Side Delta is not so bad for Zerg. Neither is Oceanborn. I think the map was fairly balanced. Let me think for a second. All right, let's try it. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? So, because this is a fact, because the thing is quite laggy, we're playing the first map on West. I'm going to be playing a lower Oracle build as a result. So we start with a no scout. Low Oracle build, high eco. We'll see how we take it from here on out. Gonna follow up with a heavy stalker push as well. So usually I try to micro these workers a little bit, but there's really no point at this type of thing. I feel like it's just making sure that they're mining somewhat okay is going to have priority for me majority of the time. The late initial Stargate, as we open up straight away with a warp gate, this can play into our advantage if later on we decide to play a Twilight build as well. Okay, need to make sure to do this properly. This wall's quite tricky, I often mess it up. Let's actually scout post-cyber, just in case something really weird happens. Like some weird type of pool first that I could maybe get some info on. Gonna get info at least here by moving through the middle. It's not a 12 pool. If it is a 12 pool at any point, I'm just dead. This is something you accept the moment you play a no-scout build order. It's a fact of life. Nothing you can do about it. Patch first, looks standard. Can just piss off at this point, but I generally like to just kind of hang around, see where the first few adepts or the first few links are going. So pulling out of gas, this is what I like to do personally. He's moving pretty far out on the map here, which is interesting. Oh, pull that off too quick. He moved back with those. Can chrono, but I won't. Absolutely key for me right now is to try and get some info on his drone count in the natural. See all 4 links at home. He has good drone count. Nothing too crazy. Didn't quite do that properly. Gonna have an Oracle move out soon. Gotta make sure to always cancel that type of stuff in time. Third gas. Into a pylon. Then we move back, get our thing out. That's very nice.
Oracle.
Get this one going as well.
The thread.
We're taking some significant liberties over here. Am I really stuck here right now? Come on. Come! I'm kind of messing up my own build here. And it gets scouted as well. Of course it does. It's okay. It's not the end of the world yet. It's just not looking very good for me. Oh, wrong one. I don't actually want to lose my Oracle here, I don't think. Easy. Come on, man. Why was that so hard? Hoppa. Ah, come on, man. Come on. Most lucky builder for me because he skipped Evo Chamber. I don't think he's gonna do that again. I'd be surprised if he does. So if he plays +1 melee, it's much easier for him to play against this. But he didn't. Roach is best case scenario for me. I think his build just sucked balls as well. I don't know what that was. Yet, I don't know. It felt way too easy for me. I don't know why. That was nice though. Oh, come on. Why did my guy start bugging there? It's kind of messed up. This actually could be impactful as well, which makes it much, much worse. Usually I don't give a crap, but he got stuck behind a mineral patch. How's that even possible? That is what these guys navigate the entire day. Come on, man. Get it together. Freaking morons. Okay. If he plays 14 hatch, I might be like half a second too late. Hope it will be fine though. Solid. Okay, we're in time for the block. Cost us a lot though. It really did cost us a lot. I freaking hate playing that thing, man. If I ever retire, it will be because of ping. This is very low tier as a response, honestly. You should never send a drone to chase. You're just losing way too much money. That's nice. That means I've been blocked. We'll play 4-gate glaive. This is a build that Strange invented. At least the specific way that he plays it. He invented. Like 4-gate glaive isn't new, but the way that he plays it is actually quite new. Or it's not new, he's been doing it for a while. I find it powerful. There we go. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Come on, deny some of his mining. Side thing there wasn't actually doing anything. So despite him chasing with a drone, I still get some harassment in, which should never be the case. Like the drone chasing is just significantly worse. He's just missing 5. Yeah, that's 5 he just lost there. Awful stuff for him, honestly. I'll just throw this chrono over here. We're just gonna hide this thing. I know I shouldn't be capable of doing anything here. That's frustrating. All of them over here as well. Actually, best case scenario for him, I think. We're 1 second late with our gateway in the wall. Which isn't very smart. $37. Not sure if we can. 'Cause I have poor mining in this game.
Shall persevere.
Poor positioning. Can't really afford that.
You must construct additional
2 seconds late here, for no real reason.
The firstborn shall
Next thing hasn't started yet either. My next pylon. If I lose a pylon now, I'm in serious trouble, and this pylon is poorly positioned, so gonna have to wait and see. Gonna have to wait and see. It might be okay.
additional pylons. You have not enough minerals.
glory to the Daemon. Give us your serve. Glory to the Daemon. The firstborn shall persevere.
Big. Okay, I don't want to fight that thing.
Give us your command.
I'm here in the shadows.
It shall be done.
I knew it was coming. Why do I do this to myself?
I return to serve.
The firstborn.
Very stupid, very stupid. Shouldn't have warped him in there, but should be the
Glory to the Daemon.
trick. 35 workers. It's very difficult for me to scout, even for 2 gas all in behind this. Hey, that's just the issue. I can't scout. These adepts need to get info. Moving on the map here was idiotic. If I keep these alive, I think I have a decent chance of staying alive. I have a battery, my first immortal's about to pop. So many links. I think I'm fine because I lose 7, 8 adepts pretty much for free. If I shade these back further, I'm still kind of okay, actually. I didn't even realize that. I thought I shaded them back, but I hadn't. So in that case, there's really not that many roaches. I can pull 17 workers that I can lose, and I'm killing 6, 7 workers on the other side, stopping reinforcements. I think I just played that incorrect. I have to play west again. Kinda silly. I want to be your friend. Solar went offline after he took me out. Did he forget maybe that he lost game number 1? It's possible. Okay, that was map 3. Hey, hey. Kind of silly for losing that game, honestly. Don't think that was necessary. We'll just do the same thing as game 1, but different follow-up. This type of stuff always works very well. Zerg players usually have limited brain, so. Really dislike losing that type of game. I shouldn't have moved out on the map. Alright, enough about that. Play some StarCraft, eh? So open with a fast third. Very fast. I think he's going to try and link flood me initially. And then... what was actual follow-up plan is going to be. But it'll definitely start with a link flood. Except this time we're playing triple oracle or double oracle. So, really different. Maybe even go for a void ray, which I wouldn't mind. Always enjoyed playing void ray builds. Maybe just play double oracle. Overlord there. We're doing everything quite rapid here. He's gonna chill over here, isn't he? Adapt, oracle. Should be fine.
The firstborn shall persevere.
So originally when I started playing this build, I didn't like chronoing my workers because it delays everything a bit. But I don't mind delaying everything a little bit, I decided. I think it's okay. Let's have a quick look to see where he's at. Where them drones at. Ooh. Just gonna chill around for a bit. So he wants to throw down another tumor here.
Yes. Yes, combat awaits.
Oh, whoever can play that. Doesn't seem like I can.
Yes, executor.
Maybe here. Like this feeling.
Attuned.
See? More significant link numbers here.
The threat. Glory to the day. Ladder. And I with you. We meet our fate.
I'm just gonna move in like this. Oh, made a mistake there. I should have started Blink already. That's a mistake. Wait, he's actually pushing me? Seems interesting. We haven't died yet, so we're in a bad spot.
Let us be the threads of fate lie.
You must construct additional pylons. You must construct. You have not enough energy. You require more Vespine gas.
It is
I am here in the shadows.
Kept a lot of workers alive.
Research.
Still looks really bad for me though.
the threads of
Not enough energy. I am the voice of the eclipse.
the enemy has discovered us. Extrapolations. I see.
Base is under attack.
With +1. Doesn't have +1 quite. See if he's here. He's definitely here.
Mineral field. You have not enough minerals.
Really wonder what his plans are going to be here.
We meet our fate.
Okay, he has one of these already, which makes sense. I really need to check his worker count on the other side. I can just start this forward base. I'm gonna need to cancel it eventually. I'd be surprised if I don't. I really need to get some info on the other side. Hold on, hold on. Well done. Look at that. I really like how I played this series. I hated how he played this series. Like his... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, the way he plays. 2 gas. I mean, I didn't scout, it's my bad. I played way too greedy, obviously. I should have flown through into the main at some point, but... I was so keen on making my fake move out. Against this particular all-in, I can also just counterattack and give up my third. So, yeah, but I just realized too late what was actually going on. Like, I have 61 workers, it's so much. Ah, sucks. Frustrating, frustrating. Like, if I counterattack with my oracles, I can kill like maybe 8-9 drones pretty consistently. And we have an okay playable position. But here, by the time I get my third back up, he's outmining me most likely. He straight rushed into lair, which was good. And he, yeah, straight after scouting it with Overseer, which was also good. He throws down that Spire. Just in a really nice spot. Then he goes up to, what, 80 workers? Or just 72. He was fairly all in with this, which surprises me that he did that. He could have just added like 10 more drones, but I guess he was sure he was going to kill me. I thought he was going to come hit me later, but he didn't. Yeah, but even if my storm is done here, like, that's not a good situation still necessarily, you know? It's not like I'm in a good spot in that case. Too bad. It's weird because the build that he played here would have 100% lost against what I did game number 1. If you mixed in a sentry for hallucination, well, scouting can be done with oracles, so that's not really the issue. The issue was just that I tried to play a mind game and it didn't work, so then you lose. I should have just played standard, but it's easy to say to play standard. If I would have played standard, maybe I would have lost, and then, you know. The lack of drones on his third was the telltale. At that point, not yet. I think the gas is a bigger tell. The problem is just that I moved back too fast with my oracle, so I need to stay a bit longer. I was afraid of something bad happening to me, so I sent it back. That's my bad. My bad. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for me today. I don't really feel like casting too much today. I just want to get some games in myself. Make a video or two. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I appreciate all of you watching. I'll be back maybe next week, but as DreamHack Atlanta regionals are starting, my main focus is going to be on that, so I might cut out a stream every now and again. So yeah, I'll see you perhaps next time. Ciao, ciao.